No one in the galaxy forgot the day the demons arrived. They did not come with warnings. They did not ask for surrender. They came from the dark space like a storm made of fire and shadows. Their ships were black and sharp, glowing with red light, moving faster than fear itself. The first human colony was quiet, too quiet. Then the sky broke. Demon ships filled the air, and the ground shook as weapons hit the cities. Buildings burned. Lights went out. People ran, but there was nowhere to hide. The demons did not rush. They moved slowly, calmly, like hunters who knew their prey was already trapped. Across the galaxy, other races watched in horror. They had heard stories about demons. Everyone had. Demons were cruel, powerful, and without mercy. Whole worlds had fallen to them before. When the demons arrived, most races surrendered in hours. But humans did not. That confused everyone. Human fleets did not rush forward. There was no loud speech, no call for war. Human space went silent. Even the demon commanders noticed it. "Where's their army?" one demon asked. No answer came. On Earth, deep below the surface, human leaders watched the burning colonies on silent screens. Faces were dark. Hands were still. They did not shout. They did not panic. They waited. A young officer finally spoke. "Our defenses would not stop them." An old commander nodded. "We know." "So what do we do?" the officer asked. The room stayed quiet. Then the commander said something no one wanted to hear. "We don't send the army." Some leaders looked shocked. Others looked afraid. "We release the special forces." Outside, demon ships moved closer to human worlds, confident and smiling. They believed humans were weak. They believed this would be easy. They were wrong, because the demons had not come to fight an army. They had come to meet something far worse. Deep beneath Earth, the command room stayed silent after the words were spoken. "Release the special forces." No one smiled. No one felt proud. This was not a victory plan. It was a last decision. A human leader finally asked, "How many are still active?" The commander looked at the screen. "Enough." That answer scared everyone in the room. The special forces were not normal soldiers. They were not shown in parades. Their names were never spoken in public. Even most human armies believed they were only stories. Shadows made to scare enemies. But they were real. Across hidden bases, deep in space and underground, silent alarms activated. Red lights turned on. Heavy doors opened for the first time in years. Figures stood up from darkness. They did not ask why. They already knew. Orders were short, clear, cold. Target, demons. Rules, none. In space, demon fleets pushed forward. They laughed at human silence. They destroyed cities and waited for resistance that never came. Then something changed. A single human ship appeared near the demon front line. It was small. No flags. No bright weapons. Just dark metal and no signals. Demon scanners showed nothing special. "A scout ship?" a demon captain mocked. The ship did not answer. Suddenly, demon sensors failed. Communication lines went dead. One demon ship vanished from radar. No explosion. No warning. It was simply gone. Another ship disappeared. Fear touched the demon fleet for the first time. "What is happening?" a demon shouted. On the human ship, no one spoke. The special forces moved in silence, their faces calm, their eyes focused. They were not angry. They were not excited. They were working. Far away, human leaders watched as demon symbols vanished one by one from the screen. The old commander whispered, "Now they will understand." The demons had come to conquer humanity. Instead, humanity had released its darkest answer. The demons did not understand what was happening. Their ships were powerful. Their weapons had destroyed worlds. Yet now, their fleet was breaking apart without a clear enemy. No loud attacks. No massive explosions. Just silence and loss. A demon patrol moved through the dark space, searching for the human ship. Sensors flickered. Screens showed nothing but static. Then the lights went out. Inside the demon ship, panic spread. Warriors reached for weapons. shouting orders that no one could hear. The air felt heavy, cold, wrong. Shapes moved in the darkness. The first demon fell without a sound. A sharp flash, then nothing. The second tried to scream, but the sound never left his mouth. One by one, demons disappeared into the shadows. They never saw the attackers clearly. Only brief images stayed in their minds. Human figures moving fast, silent, and precise. No anger on their faces. No joy. Only focus. On another demon ship, alarm suddenly activated. Doors locked. Emergency lights flashed red. The captain shouted commands, but fear had already taken control. Humans are on board, someone whispered. That word, humans, now carried a new meaning. Demons tried to fight back. They fired wildly into the dark. It did not help. The humans were already behind them, above them, everywhere. When the ships were found later, there were no signs of battle. No burn walls. No broken systems. Only empty corridors. Across the demon fleet, reports spread fast. Ships lost. Crews gone. No survivors. No clear enemy. A demon general slammed his claw into the command table. "This is impossible," he growled. But his voice was not strong. For the first time in centuries, demons felt hunted. On the human side, the special forces moved from target to target. They did not slow down. They did not celebrate. This was not revenge. This was a task. And the demons were only beginning to understand the truth. They were not facing human soldiers. They were facing human special forces. The demons tried to change their strategy. They grouped their ships together. They increased patrols. They filled corridors with guards and weapons. They believed strength in numbers would save them. It did not. Human special forces did not attack like an army. They did not rush. They waited. They watched. Then they struck at the weakest moment. On one demon command ship, the crew felt safe behind thick armor and heavy guns. The general laughed. "Humans hide in the dark," he said. "They fear us." Minutes later, the ship went silent. The general was found alone in the command room. Every screen was dark. Every guard was gone. He was shaking, unable to understand how it happened. A human voice spoke behind him. "You were wrong." The general turned, firing his weapon. The shots hit nothing. The human was already gone. Pain followed, then fear, then darkness. On another battlefield, demons tried to retreat. Human special forces followed without mercy. They cut off escape paths. They destroyed engines. They left demons trapped in broken ships, alone with their thoughts. Demons began to break. Some dropped their weapons. Some begged. Some screamed that this was worse than hell itself. One demon officer cried, "We are demons. We are fear." A human replied calmly, "So were you to others." Across the fleet, demon commanders sent desperate messages. "This is not war," one wrote. "This is punishment." Human leaders received the reports but did not interfere. They knew the special forces would finish the task. The galaxy watched in silence. The demons, who once ruled through terror, now hid in the dark. They feared silence. They feared shadows. They feared humans. And deep inside demon command space, a final message was sent. A message no demon had ever sent before. It read, "Request ceasefire." The demons had learned the truth too late. Hell had met something worse. The demon command center was no longer loud. Once, it was filled with pride and anger. Now it was filled with fear. Broken screens showed empty space where fleets once ruled. Messages arrived one after another, each worse than the last. Lost ships, missing crews, no survivors. The demon leaders argued, shouted, blamed each other. None of it changed the truth. Their power was gone. A high demon finally spoke. His voice was low. "Send the message." Others looked at him in shock. "To humans?" "Yes," he said, "before there is nothing left." The message was short. "We request ceasefire." Across human space, the message reached Earth. Human leaders gathered again in the same dark room. No cheers, no smiles. One leader asked, "Do we answer?" The old commander looked at the screen. Yes, but not with words. On a demon-controlled world, a human ship appeared. It landed slowly, openly. No attack, no weapons firing. Demons gathered in fear. Warriors lowered their heads. Leaders stepped forward, shaking. From the ship, one human walked out. Just one. He stood still and looked at them. "You came to destroy us," he said calmly. "You burned our worlds." The demon leader fell to his knees. "Stop them," he begged. "Your special forces, they are monsters." The human's face did not change. "No," he replied. "They're our restraint." Silence followed. "You will leave human space," the human continued. "You will never return." The demon nodded fast. "We agree." The human turned and walked back to the ship. High above, the special forces waited. They did not celebrate. They did not speak. Orders arrived. "Stand down." For the first time since the war began, the humans stopped. The demons watched as a human ship vanished into space. They were alive, but they would never forget, because mercy from humans was not kindness. It was a warning. The war ended quietly. There were no victory parades, no songs, no monuments built in space. The galaxy expected humans to celebrate, but humans did not. They simply returned to their worlds and repaired what was broken. Across many systems, alien races whispered new stories. Stories about demons running in fear. Stories about ships that vanished in silence. Stories about human special forces. Most humans never saw them. The special forces did not return as heroes. Their ships moved back into deep space. Bases went dark again. Names were erased from records. Doors closed, waiting for a day no one hoped would come. On Earth, the old commander stood before young officers. One asked, "Why not destroy the demons completely?" The commander looked tired. "Because then we become them." "But they deserved it," the officer argued. "Yes," the commander said, "and that is why we stopped." He turned to the screen, showing peaceful stars. Humans do not seek fear. We seek peace. But peace must be protected. In demon space, survivors rebuilt in silence. They no longer spoke of conquest. They taught their young one rule only: never attack humans. They remembered the silence before death, the shadows that move without sound, the calm human voices in the dark. One demon child asked, "Why are humans so strong?" An elder answered, "Because they choose not to be until they must." Far across the galaxy, a human patrol ship drifted peacefully. Inside, life was normal. Laughing, talking, living. No one would guess what humans were capable of, and that was the real reason they were feared. Humans were not born monsters. They became them only to protect what they loved. The galaxy learned a final truth. Humans are kind. Humans are patient. But when pushed too far, humans are unstoppable.